Several weeks ago in Mass, we were given a list of available volunteer opportunities here at St. Cecilia's. We are blessed to have Father Ed, who is really the poster child for ensuring that there are activities that appeal to everyone. He has not only strengthened the programs we already have in place, but he has encouraged new ones, which I believe have made us a more vibrant parish family. The volunteer opportunities here are vast. I'm reminded of when our son Wade was about 2 years old. He was at a Mass where I was deaconing, and at the end of Mass, Father Tom Nash made a pitch for more volunteers to help with the Adoration Chapel. Just at that moment, Wade got away from his mother, ran up to the altar, jumped in my arms, and yelled, "Hi, Daddy." Father Tom grinned and announced, "That's the kind of enthusiastic volunteering we need." Our lives are all busy. However, any church program we volunteer for will, I promise, fit into even the most hectic schedule to give us satisfaction not gained from any other activities. Because in helping the church and each other, we are showing God our gratitude for all the gifts that He has given us. Today's Gospel complements our first reading from the Old Testament. In that reading, the prophet Ezekiel says that when a good person turns away from being good and dies in sin, he dies for the evil he has done. When a wicked person turns away from wickedness and obeys the law, he shall save his soul. This really is a summary of today's Gospel, although written approximately 600 years before the birth of Christ. There are 48 parables in the New Testament, and this alone should tell us of the importance of these teachings by Jesus. This parable is easy to read and appears uncomplicated. Father asks both sons to work in his vineyard. The first son refuses, but the second son says he will go. And the first son changes his mind, and the second son changes his mind. This parable has been referred to as the parable of the better of two bad sons. Neither son is exactly a poster child for the enthusiastic volunteering. Our model from this parable is, of course, the son who repented, changed his mind, and went to work. Part of the crowd that Jesus addressed this parable to were the chief priests and elders of the Jewish faith. These people were shocked and unbelieving when Jesus said, "Even the tax collectors and prostitutes are going into the kingdom ahead of you." The Jewish priests and elders did expect the Messiah, prophesied in the Old Testament. However, they did not expect the Messiah to be a 30-year-old ordinary person dressed in ordinary clothes, a carpenter from the town of Nazareth. These leaders had little tolerance for those they deemed sinners and less worthy than themselves. When they saw Jesus preach to the Gentiles, dine with tax collectors, treat prostitutes with kindness and respect, and heal people, it was too much for them. They just didn't get it. They didn't get what Jesus was saying when he talked of the good shepherd who leaves his 99 sheep and goes off to find the one sheep that is lost. God's message to us is that it is never too late to become a better person, a better Christian, to live in a state of grace by turning our lives over daily to Christ, which can be done by a prayer such as simple, "Take my life and do with it what you will." Our life is best spent in conversion. Perhaps one of the most profound conversions was when Jesus hung on the cross. The thief Dismas, who hung next to him, said to Jesus, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus replied, "Today you will be with me in paradise." This is the Son of promise. It is important for us to remember that anything is possible with Jesus. Our daily conversions will not be as dramatic as that of St. Dismas, but they will please God and bring us closer to Jesus. The message of all four of the Gospels is the awesome love that God has for each of us. Recently, I read a description written written by an Italian cardinal, God's love, that I found quite moving. You have been loved for a very long time, so tell me how old you are. At 9